I know.
This is TRAXXfm, and it's time for Face to Face with your host, speaking to today's panelists. Face to Face, exclusively on TRAXXfm.
Welcome to another edition of Face to Face right here on Trax Momentum, only on TRAXXfm. It is the Thursday, 2nd December 2021 edition of the show and of the special. Yeah, so it is indeed also a look into the 100 days of Keluarga Malaysia. So here to share with us the original concept as well as a bit of a look back and a bit of a scorecard of the 100 days. Well, we're going to be speaking to my guest today via the phone line. And also, just a quick note before we bring her on, we're also live on Facebook now at TRAXXfm Official. So do join us there for the Facebook Live that's going down concurrently. And feel free to also post your question and comments as well. Yeah. Without any further ado, welcoming over the phone lines to day one, Azilawati Mahmood, who is the Executive Director of the Shared Prosperity Delivery Unit, otherwise known as SEPADU, under the purview of the Prime Minister's Department. Thank you so much for being with us. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Kong. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me to join the program today.
Yeah, welcome, right? And it's good for you to be with us. And like I was saying, we're also live on Facebook, so we can get a visual cue as to the phone interview that's taking place. And more importantly, if you are there with us at TRAXXfm Official, then it's also your chance to basically post your comment, also your question. It's easier that way, yeah? So let's talk about this. It's going to be a bit of a review on 100 days since the official announcement of the Keluarga Malaysia concept. Let's take a quick look with the concept per se, right? Just in case there are some of our friends out there who are not so familiar with it, or maybe they've heard about, Keluarga Malaysia, Malaysian family. But what does it mean? So share with us again the concept.
Okay, first and foremost, thank you for having me on the show today. Actually, the Keluarga Malaysia concept is inspired by our Prime Minister, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob, during his inaugural speech back on 22nd August 2021. Keluarga Malaysia is an inclusive concept that transcends the barrier of religion, race and status. And it is our Prime Minister aspiration for the Keluarga Malaysia concept to be adopted among all Malaysians. The Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia is the goal set by our Prime Minister himself during the formation of the new cabinet on 27th August 2021, where each ministry needs to present and showcase its achievements in the first 100 days, beginning from 1st September till 9 December this year.
Okay, so we're a little bit ahead, but nowadays I think the keyword is gonna be anticipatory. You have to anticipate, right? But share with us some more. Yeah, is Keluarga Malaysia, or the idea of the Malaysian family, is that a new philosophy? And also, do we have any challenges that we expect to come across in implementing this concept?
It is indeed a new philosophy which is very dear to our Prime Minister, even from the word itself, the family. It's such a comprehensive and relatable word. If you look at the definition according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the word family can be defined as a group of individuals living under one roof. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, family is defined as a group of people who care about each other because they have a close relationship or shared interest. This is how our Prime Minister envisioned Malaysia as one big family. We, the Malaysian citizens, as a family, must always respect and care for each other, regardless of our background, race and religion.
It's also, of course... go ahead.
Sorry.
You go ahead, Fats. Yep.
This is because we all live under one roof, which is Malaysia, and our goal is the same. So to make Malaysia a peaceful and prosperous nation. So that's why our Prime Minister has chosen the philosophy of Keluarga Malaysia.
Now, actually, I mean, it's a very Malaysian thing, and I have to extend it also. It's a very Asian thing, when it comes to family values. So I think it's such a natural offshoot of what we can remind ourselves of. That is actually at the core of it, it's the importance of the family, which is such an important concept fundamentally to all of us as human beings. And I think as Malaysians and also Asians in general, I think we've always had that fundamental root or anchor towards this whole idea. So it's only natural that we took it into something aspirational like a campaign, isn't it? Speaking of aspirations, let's take a deeper look into the aspirations that make up this concept. From the formal perspective, what are they? And also maybe, so that we can understand them further, if you can highlight them.
Okay, aligned with the aim of the Keluarga Malaysia concept, which emphasizes on the value of inclusivity, common ground and contentment. So each ministry are assessed based on 3 key elements, which are ministry performance evaluation, leadership evaluation, and public perception toward the ministry and their ministers. Mm-hmm. So as a starting point, assessment for the minister and their ministries are made according to the benchmark set for the 100 days Hari Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia. Mm-hmm. So in total, there are 31 ministries have set the Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia target based on 6 thrusts, namely economic restructuring, ensuring national security and order, improving social welfare, improving overall infrastructure, strengthening unity of the Malaysian family mode, and strengthening delivery services. So for this purpose, the Prime Minister has set a total of 108 KPI and 140 goals, which are all people-centric and incorporate the value I mentioned earlier for the Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia. Mm-hmm. So therefore, the aim of this KPI and goal in the first 100 days of every minister is so that the people can feel the benefits directly, especially those who are severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. So they also include a benefit such as bantuan prihatin rakyat, bantuan khas COVID-19, the production of new entrepreneurs involving youth and graduates who have difficulty finding jobs, as well as people who have lost their livelihood and others.
Yeah, rightfully so, right? When it comes to the immediate groups of concern, people who are gravely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic so far. Yeah? So as we are nearing the 100-day mark, I think we're about a week before that. Of course, the concern here, or the question is the progress, right? How much progress have we made in achieving the aspiration of Keluarga Malaysia or Malaysian family? Well, we're going to find out after the short breaker. But before that, this is a pretty interesting comment here, on our Facebook Live feed. Just wondering if yourself has any comment to this. Winston Lim says it's a good concept, but it's hindered by certain parties, conservative thinking, and also policies. Hello? Yes. Yes. Are you able to comment on this comment?
Well, nowadays politics is very, very not unstable, but a lot of parties involved. So I'm not going to comment on the political part of it because as a civil servant we have to be neutral. So I'm not going to comment on politics. Actually.
Okay. What would you say then it would be the key to because we're talking about growing together as a Malaysian family for all Malaysians. So before we go for a break, what would you say is the most important concept or concepts towards making sure that the family does be able to thrive and also grow together?
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's what family is all about. Being together, caring together, and if one member of the family get hurt, all the people, all the family members will be so caring and, protecting to each other. This is what the Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia is all about.
Well said, right? So thank you so much for that comment. We're going to go for a very short breaker. When we come back, more with my special guest today, who is the Executive Director of the Shared Prosperity Delivery Unit, SEPADU, under the purview of the Prime Minister's Department. One Azilawati, one Mahmood, with us live via the phone lines and also live on Facebook at TRAXXfm Official for today's face-to-face. Don't switch it down. Make sure you do keep it locked tight right here. The second half of the interview coming right up.
Face to Face will be back right after this. Stay tuned to know more about today's topic exclusively on TRAXXfm.
Have a stroll down the Teluk Kemang beach and delight in the botanical treasure of Tanjung Tuan.
Port Dickson, Negeri Sembilan, 101.3 TRAXXfm.
Welcome back to the second half of today's Face to Face. I am speaking to my special guest today about a review of the 100 Days of Keluarga Malaysia, the aspiration since 1st September by our current Prime Minister, as well as taking a 1 week prior look to the wrap of the 100 days. Yeah. So just a quick little acknowledgements to those who have joined us on Facebook. Patricia Lim, thank you so much for being with us as always. We appreciate it. We've got Salima Musa with us, Winston, Sylvester Ruben, Serena Chin, Michael Lai, Actus. Okay. I think that might be a little bit of a nickname. Hafiza. Carol Sherling says, good morning, DJ. And we've got other folks as well. If you'd like to join us, we are live at TRAXXfm Official on Facebook. Yeah. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. And we are talking about nearing the 100-day mark, which if we officially measure that will be around 9th December, Yep One. The progress, what can you share with us in terms of implementing and achieving the Keluarga Malaysia goal so far?
Yes, okay. Actually, we are counting days. It's about less than 1 week from now. So all the ministers and their team at the ministry level have been working day and night to fulfill the target of 100 Hari Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia. So actually on 24th and 26th November 2021, all the 31 ministers have presented their Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia achievement to the Prime Minister. And PM has indeed expressed his delight and satisfaction in the status and achievement of each ministry. So actually I should not disclose much right now, but worry not, the PM himself will be giving an address during the 100 days Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia program on 9th December. So I think and I have a good feeling that he will sharing a lot of good news there.
So we await that. That's officially happening on the 9th or the 100-day mark. But from your side, because you are coordinating a lot of where the visions are, including the shared prosperity vision, right? And in fact, making sure that the deliverables get to who needs it and the emphasis is placed correctly and so on. So from your viewpoint, from the eagle's perch, as they say it, right? How has the public response so far been?
Well, since the announcement was made by the Prime Minister, I believe the response has since been very positive. And, here and there will be a negative response, but, we cannot satisfy everyone. So the people have taken a liking to the initiative. I believe the people can't wait to know the achievements of the ministers and their respective ministry. So to that end, the government will hold a program, Team 100, 100 Hari Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia on 9 to 12 December at the KLCC to share the success achieved by all the cabinet members. In fact, the people can also benefit directly from the services offered by their respective agencies that will be present at the event in addition to obtaining information related to the program implemented by each agency there.
I know you mentioned, of course, we're going to leave it to the PM to address the nation fully come the day on a special that's going to take place. But are you able to divulge, overall from your side, right, the rating roughly of the overall performance of the various parties in reaching their KPIs set for the 100 days?
That one is still embargo. I'm not here to comment on that. It's let PM do the rest, right? So it's still embargo. So I think if you want to know, then you have to come to KLCC.
Okay.
And be part of our family there.
Yeah, I thought it's worth a try, trying to get a little bit of information from your side, Yapuan. Okay, I think importantly as well, a couple of things here. One is, I think importantly, for all of us, especially for the Malaysians in general, what else can be done, right, to ensure that Keluarga Malaysia will be fully understood and also accepted and championed by every Malaysian?
Well, I believe the Keluarga Malaysia concept initiated by our Yang Amat Berhormat Prime Minister is an idea that came at the perfect time. We all one big family and should always be supportive of each other, especially in the face of the post-pandemic period of COVID-19. So to ensure we are able to reach everyone in the country with this noble message, my many initiatives and strategies have been being formulated through the 12 Malaysia plan. We also have product Keluarga Malaysia and the Ministry strategic plan that will benefit all Malaysian families. So various specific programs and initiatives under Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia will continue to be implemented by all 31 ministries and government agencies. So this program or this initiative such as Kuat Keluarga Malaysia, Bantuan Keluarga Malaysia, Peranti Siswa Keluarga Malaysia and so on are efforts to inculcate performance-oriented service culture to further ease the burden of Malaysian families who need help and support. So in 2022 itself, the government has allocated about 8.2 billion for Keluarga Malaysia assistance. So in addition for the Keluarga Malaysia initiative, actually a total of 450 million has been allocated. So each year the central agencies will carry out monitoring and evaluation to ensure that the budget provided is sufficient to implement Keluarga Malaysia program, so that the continuity of the program that provides a great benefit to the target group will not stop in the middle of the road. Then government also will continue to be committed in providing the best service to the people, and we always promote or make known on the benefit of each of the Keluarga Malaysia programs that will be introduced to ensure that no Malaysian family member is left behind.
Some noble aspirations, yeah? Now, we know that the 100-day will be a report card in evaluating the performance of various ministries as well in applying the Keluarga Malaysia concept. And you were saying, Puan, okay, wait for the official announcement by our PM on the 100th day itself through a special. So we'll have to wait for that in terms of the actual outcome and the KPIs measured. But I think importantly, right, what is the plan after that? You can share a little bit of that with us.
Well, actually, the Keluarga Malaysia concept will definitely not stop at the 100 days mark, as I mentioned prior to this. The program and assessment include plans for both medium and long-term initiatives aimed to benefit all walks of life. So this is the government's commitment to preserve the well-being of all Malaysian families. This is also the reason why we included the public perception as part of our assessment for the ministers and their respective ministries or departments as one of the key elements in today's 100 days performance appraisal. So the involvement and satisfaction of the people is very important for us to take into account. This is because the satisfaction of the people is the determinant of whether an initiative implemented benefits them or not. So in addition, to further enhance the spirit of Keluarga Malaysia among people, we will also take the initiative to go down to the ground to meet the people face to face in the Keluarga Malaysia tour program that will go to every state in the country, which includes a program and activities to meet and engage with the local people.
Right. So I think that's a great idea. I think that's also, in a way, trying to get a better understanding. I always find that a lot of times when it comes to the implementation on whatever policies or whatever concept or even financial aid and things like that, it's the actual contact point which is very important. So getting down and be able to touch base with the rakyat and all different groups of Malaysians, I think is important. So we look forward to that. When things will get more interactive, and of course there will be a feedback loop created there as well. Yeah. In the meantime, thank you so much for being with us. We have come to the conclusion of the interview and a wrap almost. But before we let you go, Puan, is there anything else that you wish to add?
So I hope people out there come and join us on 100 Days Aspirasi Keluarga Malaysia program, which will be held from 9 to 12 December at KLCC. So this is the opportunity to benefit from all the various exciting activities that await you, such as Jom Masuk University program, career fairs, e-sport programs, Sukan Rakyat, the services offered directly from by the government agencies, such as attractive discount on payment of JPJ and PRN summons. Very attractive. So don't left behind. And we also offered workshop and seminars and entrepreneurial program like business matching. And many other exciting programs such as a grand lucky draw. Who knows that your cars are waiting for you there? So you see, so I hope to see you there.
Okay, so a little bit of things for everyone in different ways, from prizes to opportunities for business, and of course fun as well. Yeah, so that's happening from the 9th to 12th in KLCC. How do we get more details on this particular event, Puan?
So you can log to Keluarga Malaysia website .gov.my to get all those detailed programs for the 4 days.
Great. So the itinerary will be there, and then all the different activities also will be laid out. So that's the best way to refer to that. In the meantime, that's a wrap for today's face-to-face. Thank you so much for being with us. I've been speaking to my guests, one Azilawati, one Mahmood, Executive Director of the Shared Prosperity Delivery Unit, SEPADU, under the purview of the Prime Minister's Department. Thank you so much, Puan.
Yeah, thank you back, Mr. Kong.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. And as Puan Azilawati signs out, I wish to thank you as well for being with us live on air. And also if you've joined us on Facebook at TRAXXfm Official, we appreciate it, yeah? And that's the conclusion of this edition of Face to Face. Meanwhile, for Trax Momentum, lots more to come. I'll be with you all the way till 2 p.m, so make sure you keep it tuned right here on TRAXXfm.
That's all the time we have for today's Face to Face. We'll be back next week with your host speaking to the panelists discussing interesting topics. Join us next week, Face to Face, exclusively on TRAXXfm.